Hello rebels and welcome back to my life. I'm here to out myself, to come out of the closet and declare myself a feminist. Actually, I've never really been in the closet about that. Women's rights are obviously very important to me if you watch much of my channel, as are all human rights. But I've never just gone and said, yeah, I am a feminist. So here's that. Does making that declaration make a difference? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that your actions are more important than what you say, but it still feels kind of good. You can get some weird reactions when you're a straight white male and you declare yourself in favor of women's rights or human rights or racial rights or whatever. And the Venn diagram of people who give you those weird reactions and the people who are probably bigoted in one way or another is pretty close to a circle. Listen, some people will say that your declaration of support means less because you haven't gone through what the people in that group have gone through. And I get that, but if the necessary requirement for supporting a cause was that you had to be one of the members of that group, then there would be no such thing as supporting the cause. I think, or at least I hope, that allies have an important part to play in the fight for equal rights, but too often, people are afraid of being labeled as a social justice warrior. That's one of those internet terms that has come out for people who, like, are campaigning for feminism and, you know, equal rights and marriage rights and all that sort of stuff. Now, specifically, some people dislike the word feminism because they see it as an analogy for female supremacy. And looking at the etymology of the word, I can see where they're coming from, even though they're still wrong. That's not what it's about. But being afraid of the term social justice warrior? Like, who doesn't want to be in that club? Seriously, who came up with that term and who came up with it as an intended insult? Like, let's break the term down word nerd style. Warrior. One who fights for something. Also, just a cool word. Justice, which means equality or fairness, and is also a very cool word. And social, having to do with a society or culture. Not the coolest word. So social justice warriors are people who are fighting for equality and fairness in a society or culture. And this is supposed to be an insult? I don't understand this. But I mean, hey, if we want clever terms for people, we can come up with a name for the people on the other side of this fight, if you want to call it that. So clearly they're still trying to do things within a society or culture. So we can start with the word social again, that's good. But we can't use the word justice again because they seem to think that's a bad thing, and we'll go with what they're campaigning for, which is inequality. Now for the third word, it would be tempting to use something biting or scathing, you know, some kind of insult. But these people have already been pretty generous to us by referring to us as warriors. That's a cool word. I like that. I want to be a warrior. And one of the most annoying ways to defeat an opponent is to be kinder to them than they are to you. So let's do that, and let's also choose a word with some historical and racial connotations that are kind of appropriate in this context. I nominate Crusader. So let's call these people social inequality crusaders. And hey, unlike social justice warrior, the acronym can even be pronounced sick. So we've got social justice warriors on one side fighting against some sick individuals who perform sick actions and generally make the world a little sicker. So if you wanted two sides to this conflict, there you go. I've named the other side for you. You're welcome. If you know a sick individual, don't hold it against them. Most of them were raised to be sick. Don't tolerate them, but don't hate them either. After all, hate is a pretty sick thing, and it's only gonna make you a little bit sicker yourself. Thanks for watching, Rebels, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!